So this customize is no standard objects you can see here. So here under create, you can create a custom object. Okay, sorry. On customize, you can see standard objects. In create, you will create a custom object on your own. So now, as of now, we were using a all software as a service functionality. Now we'll be using this platform. This is called a platform where we can create our own objects, fields, and all. Now my application is, what is my application? Education management system. Okay, so that will come up here. Now let me create first app. How to create an application is go here, create app. Okay, and then new steps to create application. Okay, same thing, setup, create apps, and then new. Okay, now let's create one app. Click on new. So here in this app section, so from here, click on new. So select custom app. So it will be by default selected. Click next. App name. What is my application name? I want to build an education application system. Let's say for one of the school. So what is a school? We can take any school, Bhashyam or Chaitanya kind of things. Education management, okay, system. So this is my application name. So even in the applications, if you see education underscore management underscore system. So whenever you give space, it will consider as underscore. Okay. So my application name is education management system. Just name, next. Okay. So if you have any image to be uploaded, you can upload an image also here. But I don't have an image as of now for the education management system. So we'll keep as it is. Okay. And then click on next. And here, so these are all the objects which should be available on the education management system like this. So this is an application, right? Sales application. In this application, all these objects are showing up. So like this, when you create an education management system, so what all tabs you need, you can add it from here. So for now, I'll just keep home. Home is default. You need to have home every time. Okay, just leave it as it is. Click next. Okay, and then here, just make it visible. Okay, so that all profiles can see. Then save. So you are able to create an education management system here. Okay, so and that application will show up here in this application section. So go here and click on education. Then what you will see only home here. Okay, you don't have any other tab or object. Got it? So this is how we create a education. I'll give step-by-step guide also. As I said, we'll provide a document, right? So that will provide, but no, you practice it as of now. Okay. Now let's go to setup again. Let's create object. So what is our first object? School. Go to objects. So create objects. So through this, you'll create a custom object. Now here you can see new custom object. Okay. Click on new custom object. What is which one?
Schema builder.
Schema builder, I'll explain you later. Schema means like what all objects you have, what all fields you have in that, all those things you can see. Okay. I'll show that later. So once we create some objects, then we can see that. Okay. New custom object. my object name is school. So plural label, always give S at the end, schools. Okay. Plural label should be given as S. And then there is an option called starts with vowel sound like A, E, I, O, U. If you have, this is optional. If you want, you can give it. Okay. And then object name is an API name, which will be automatically, once you enter the here, it will get copied automatically. And then you want, if you want to give descriptions on this object, why we are using this object, you can give the description here. And then forget about these options. It's by default will be there. No need to worry. And then enter record name, label, and format. So what happens here is every object, when you create any object, so one standard field will be created, which will be the school object name space and the name of the field, like school name, teacher name, admission name, or no class name, like that. Every object, if you whatever object you will create, one name field will be created with that. Okay. And the data type of that field is text by default, but if you want to change, you can put it as auto number also. Okay. So when do we use auto number? I'll show you. Now for now, I'll say school name. Okay. I need a text with school name. We'll go with this. And optional features of this object. So allow reports, allow activities, field history tracking, all this, go ahead and give it. So this is a big topic. This is a big topic. This is a big topic. Okay. So we'll go through these topics later. Reporting, like in the first class I showed you, right? Creating a report and showing the report dashboards, not dashboard, but report chart and all. So that is called reports. So on this object, do you want a report or not? So you just make allow reports. Okay. So that you'll get a option to create a report. Allow activities, field history tracking, and then now object classification, leave as is. Don't worry about that. This section also leave as is. Don't worry. So search status. When this setting is enabled, your user can find records of this type, and when they search, okay, it will allow. So let's just say allow search. Okay, so that they can search these records like school. If they want to search for the school, they can search. Okay. And then this is another feature called object creation options, available only when custom object is first created. When you first time create an object, then it will allow. So what this says is add notes and attachment related list to default page layout. So when we discuss about page layout, we'll get to know about that. And then launch new custom tab wizard after saving this custom object. Okay. So for now, I don't select these two. Okay. Next objects I'll show what is the difference. Okay. I'll leave as is and then I'll save. Got it? So I gave name, plural label as schools. Okay. This got auto copied. Okay. This I left as is and I selected these three and allow search and I'm saving it. Okay. My object got created successfully. That's it. Now, what is the label? School. What is the plural label? Schools. Okay. What is the API name of the object? See, school __ C. So this is the difference. So if you see standard object, the API name would be like lead means lead only, LEAD, lead. But when you go into custom object, the API name will become whatever name you have given, and the extension will be __ C. If you give school, school __ C. If you give teacher, teacher __ C. Class, class __ C. Okay. Like this, the API name will be add. Got it right? So how do you find a field is a standard field or a custom field? That is mainly by looking at the extension __ C. Even objects also. So if a normal object will be having its own name, okay, but the custom object will be having an extension as __ C. Okay, this is very important to know. And then these are the options I selected: enable reports, activities, field history tracking, all this, right? So that those are the things. forget about for now. Let's no, don't discuss about allow sharing, API, and streaming, because these are all advanced features. We'll when we get into this topic, we'll discuss about that. Okay. Now, so this is the object section where you can see object label and API name, and then scroll down. So standard fields. So when you create a custom object, there will be some standard fields created for every object. What are those objects is, so created by field will be there. I mean, who created the record, last modified, who modified it, then who is the owner of the record. Okay. And then school name, we saw, right? School name, a field name is name here. Name, see here, the difference is there is no underscore C for this one. Why? Because these are all standard fields created by, last modified by, owner, name. These four are the standard fields. So there is no underscore C. Got it? So these are the standard fields got created. Now below this, there is a section called custom fields and relationships. So let's discuss about custom fields for now, and then we'll go into the relationships later. Okay. So any questions on this one before we move into custom field section?
Can you again tell me about the standard fields?
So whenever you create any object, right? Any object, you can create any object. Then there will be 4 fields created. Okay. Those are created by, modified by, owner, and one text field called name field. Okay. What are these fields is, for example, if you go to any object, let's take a lead. If you go to lead object, so when you created data, right? Whatever data you create, let's take this one. So you will be having the owner field. So who will be the owner? The person who is logged in. Whoever this guy created a record, so he'll become the owner of the record. Okay. And at the same time, he will be the created. Who created this record? This guy, right? Same guy. And who modified? That information will be populated here. So now in this organization, I am the only user available. So all these 3 are showing as me, right? For example, Ramya, I create your user in this org. So when you create a record, what happens? You will become the owner. You will become the created by. You will become the modified by. Okay. Let's say you created a lead record. And then after that, I came back and I saw you created record and I edited it and added something else here. And then save. Then what happens? So created by, you only created, but last who modified? I modified, right? My name will come up here. Okay. So these are the standard fields provided by Salesforce to capture who created, who modified, who is the owner of this record. Okay. And owner can also be changed here. So later, if you want to change the owner, you'll change it. And what is the advantage of having this field? You will see when we do sharing rules and data permissions and all, when we do, right? Then you will get to know about that. Okay.
Okay.
So that is these are the 3 standard fields available by provided by Salesforce, which are standard. And all these fields are the user fields. See here, user or group. All these are user fields. I mean, how many users you have, those many users it will connect and give you the data. So what is this lookup? I'll tell you later. Clear, right? These are the standard fields provided by Salesforce. Now let's create a custom field. So what did we thought? School. What information we need? School name. Sorry, it's already provided by object itself, right? The text field is created. Now what is the field we need? Establishment date. Correct. So what is this field? What information will capture? We'll capture date. Correct. Establishment date means we need date. So we need to capture date information. So now how do we go? Go to this same object, go to object. Okay. Then you can see the objects here. Earlier there were no objects. Now you can see school object we just created, right? Go to the school object, scroll down. These are the object details. These are the field details, and then custom fields and relationships. So here you will create a object or field. So there is another option called field dependency and set history tracking. So these we'll see after creation. Custom fields and relationships. So go to new. Now what is the field we are trying to create? Establishment date, when the school started. So what, no, these are all called data types. So each data type will have its own features and functionalities. After school, so while going through, I'll explain each and every field and its process and its purpose. So what is the field we need? Date, right? We need data type date. So we can select date. So what does this date provide you is, so it will give an option to select the date. Okay, it will give an option to select the date. So if you select text field or string field, then what happens? You have to type the date, right? Instead of that, we need to show the calendar to the user. User can select the calendar, right? So that would be better. So that through date, we can create a date field. So I'll select a date. Okay, next. What is my label? Establishment date. See, I have given establishment space date. Now, can someone tell me what would be the API name of this field?
Establishment underscore date underscore school.
Establishment underscore date.
Underscore.
So date underscore C.
Date underscore C. 2 underscores will be there. Okay. At the end, it will be 2 underscores. If you have any space or any special characters, then it will be considered as underscore. Okay. So just type your label and click somewhere else. Then it will give you the API name here. So here it will not show you underscore C. So just shows the field name. So here, if you see, right, establishment underscore date. Okay. And then give the description. This is to school start date. Okay. Something like that. You can give whatever you want. Help text we'll see later. And then required. So here there is an option called required. What does this mean is, so when you try to create a school data, then school name is required. Establishment is required. I mean, without establishment date, you should not, it will not allow you to create the record. Okay, that is called required, means mandatory. You have to enter mandatorily like this. It will show the red mark on the screen. Okay. So let's not make establishment date as required. We'll keep as it is. Okay, we'll do it later. Okay, then click. So I just gave label and then clicking next. Okay, so leave this screen as it is. So there will be some checkboxes checked. Leave as is. We'll discuss about this later. Next. Okay, leave this also as it is. Okay, then save and new. If you click save, it will take you to object detail page. This is called object detail page. This is your object, and then you can see the field you created, establishment date. So what is API name? Establishment underscore date underscore C. The standard field, what is API name? Name. For custom fields, it will be having here 2 underscores. If you have one space, it will give one underscore, and at the end it will give underscore C. Okay, this is called establishment date field. So now I want to capture a date, so I created a date field. Now let's what is the other fields we need? Address fields. So within address, what all fields will be there? Click new, and then I need to enter street address. Okay, so then street address will contain what all information will be contained in that? Let me open one Excel sheet. EMS, okay, Education Management System. I'll put that information here better. Okay. School. Okay. So what all need? Name, correct? And then establishment date. And then I am saying address. Address means what all information will capture? Street, right? And then city, then state, then country, correct? So these are informations will capture.
Pin code.
Right? Pin code, correct? Pin code, and what other fields we were looking at? Branches, right? So let's have branches here. Correct. Now name. I'll take one school, any one of the let's say Basham school. Basham will be there in all states, right? Basham. My school name is Basham. Establishments date, let's say 10 years back. Okay. 1/1/2020, for example. 2020 it got established. So here it is date field. So now street, what you'll enter? You'll give some address, right? So what will be your address? Let's say if it is a building, right? So you'll say, right, now house number, what let's say 1-2- something, etc. And then what will give? You'll give address of the school. Let's say NR Peta, okay, or colony. Some colony, right? And then if you have some nearby and all, you'll put nearby information. Otherwise, you'll just keep like this. And then city. So what is your city name? Kurnool, Hyderabad, Bangalore, whatever you'll give. And then state. So Andhra Pradesh. Correct. And then country, India. Postal code. So what is postal code now? It will be number. Correct. And then what will enter? Let's say Kurnool 518-002 something. And then branch. So you'll name the branch, right? So branches will be fixed, like no, A1, K1, A2, K2, B1, B2, something like that. B1 branch, B2 branch, B3 branch, something. Or area, based on area, like NR branch. If you have in some other Amirpet branch, something like that, they'll call K1, K2, A1, A2, B1, B2, something like that. Okay, you can put whatever you want. So and this here this branch will be a fixed branches, right? Let's say you have 10 branches today, so you'll have 10 values. And tomorrow if you add one more branch, then you have to come here and add one more branch here. So A1 to A10, and if you have A11 opening, then you'll add A11. So these are fixed. Okay, now see here. So this is a date field. This is what did I entered here? I entered text, right? So text is a combination of number and string. So you can have number here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are special characters, and you can have string here. String means this characters, A, B, C, D alphabets is called string. Okay, so you can have special characters, you can have numbers, you can have strings here. So then if you have such kind of combinations, okay, then you'll go by text data type. You'll go by text data type. Okay, and cities. So if you want a city, you have only limited cities to be there, and you will select only limited cities. Like say Basham is there in 3 states: Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. And in these 3 states, the Basham is there in Bangalore, it's there in Raichur, it's there in Mysore, Kurnool, Anantapur, in Hyderabad, Warangal, Karimnagar. Like this only like 10 to 15 cities only it is there. Then you have only 15 cities, so you can have this as drop down or pick list, right? You should be able to select the values from there. Like this, you can have a pick list. And state can also have a pick list where you will pick the value from 3 states, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Karnataka. Pick you can have. India, country, you can just have a text field where you can enter the India as a country. Pin code. So in India, pin code will be only numbers. There won't be any no text, right? So it will be either 00115180002. If you take Bank Hyderabad 5,45,000, 5,01, 5,20,000, something like that. And then branches also, if you want it as a text field, you can put a text field A1, A2, A3. Or if you want to pick a value, you can pick the value from here. Okay. So this is how the data will be stored, correct? And if you want to add another branch here, you will add another branch here. Okay. So this is how the data should look. Now tell me, for establishment date, we have taken date. For street, as it has multiple, combinations of string, special characters, and text or string, then what should I select? So here I will select text. Okay, see, these are all the options we have. So date will select when you want to select the date option. And now if you have multiple combinations of string, numbers, and special characters, then we'll go for text. So here there is a small description: allow user to enter any combination of letters and numbers. So text is used to allow users to enter any combination of letters, numbers, special characters, etc. Okay, text. Click on next. Street. Right. And then, so when you select text as a data type, then you have to enter the length. So how much length we need to allow user to enter. Okay. So the maximum length is 80 characters. You can select 80 here. Maximum is 80. You need to select 80. Maximum. If your street number need only 30 characters or 40 characters limit, then you can put here as 40 or 50, whatever you want, you can put it. So maximum you can give 80 here for text. Okay. And then again, you got required option. So whether you want it as required or not, street address is mandatory or not is an option. Let's not do it as of now. And then unique. If you don't want to allow duplicate street addresses, then you'll make unique. So external ID we'll discuss later. So these three, I'm not giving anything. Just gave the label, length of the field, and then next. Okay, leave this screen as is. And the next screen also leave as it is. And then click on save. Or you can click on save and new. So when you click on save and new, automatically it will go to again data type section. So what is actually data type? You are all aware of it. What data type is? Data type means what type of data you want to store. So here if you see, these are the columns, and what type of data you want to store, that type of data type you have to select. So here I want to store date, right? So I have selected date data type. Here I want to store the address information, which is text. So I have selected text field. Now here I want to store number. So I'll select a number data type. Okay. As per your data, what data you want to store, according to that, you will select the data type. So that is the important things. So whatever data you want to store, that data type you have to select. Now, what is the next field? City, right? So city, as I said, I can have, I only, this school is operating only in 10 to 15 cities. Okay. So if you want, you can create a pick list. Just like gender we created, right? Drop down male and female. Like that, we can have a pick list also for city. Or else you can have text. It's up to us. So if you want to be selectable, then you'll go for pick list. Okay. So let's go for pick list. We'll select, we'll give some 10 or 15 cities, and then We'll see how it works. So I'm selecting pick list. Okay. Or you can have multi-pick list also here, but let's have pick list for now. Pick list, next, and then city. Okay. So when you select a pick list, there will be two options. Okay. Values. Use global pick list values set. So when this use is, let's say, for example, you are building, this is a build application which I am building, right? So if you want to use this city field in multiple different objects, if you want to use this city in multiple different objects, then you'll create one global pick list value set. Okay. And then use that field in all these objects. Like create one and use it in all the objects, like that you can do. Or else if this pick list is only for school object, then you'll go this way. Okay. If you want to be used in all the different objects, then you'll go this way. So we'll do later this one. For now, let's use this. Enter values with each value separated by a new line, right? So now what are the cities I want to have? Let's say Hyderabad. Okay. Bangalore. Mysore. I'll just select two places from each state. Warangal, Kurnool, Anantapur. Okay. So I'm just selecting 6 cities as of now. And here, see, I have entered as per my understanding. And then here, see, display values alphabetically, not in the order entered. So if you want alphabetically, what happens? First Anantapur will come, then Bangalore will come, right? Like this, it will come. Or use first value as a default value. So if you want Hyderabad to be selected by default, you can select first value as a, or if you select, let's say, display values alphabetically, then what happens? Anantapur will become first, right? It started with A. And then if you say use first value as default value, Anantapur will be automatically selected. We'll see that later. And then restricted pick list means only these values should be stored. Other values will not be stored, should not be stored, like that. Okay. The field name is label. And if you want to have description help text, you can have. Required, if you want to make, you can make. Otherwise, leave it. Okay. Next. I am creating a pick list. Next. Save and new. Okay. Now, what is the other field we need to create? City is done. Now, state. Pick list. Next. State. Use enter values. Okay. Andhra Pradesh. Telangana. Karnataka. Okay, these 3 states I want. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Karnataka. So I'm not using any. Let's don't use all these things. These 3 options. Leave it as it is. Next. Next. Save and new. Then we need country. So country, I'll just use a text field. Okay. I'll use text. You can enter the country information, or else you can have multiple also, but no, we just have only one country to be operating. So I'll just use text. Next. Country. Again, when you select enter text field, you need to give length. Length, what is the length of the country? India, right? It's 5. Let's say give 20, just safer side. Length. Okay. And then next. So that means you can enter up to 20 characters in this field. You cannot enter more than that. I'll show that also. Okay. Save and new. And what is the other field we have? Pin code. Pin code, what type of data you will enter in the pin code? you will enter number, correct? So you need to select here number option. So here you have number. Okay, whatever data you want to enter, that type of data you have to, data type you have to select. Number I'm selecting. Next. Pin code. Now when you select number, you'll have two options. So length and decimal. Okay, so length and decimal. Numbers will be having decimal, right? 1.2.5, 2.2.5, 2.2, 2.1, 3.1, something like that. So here in this case, there won't be any, no, pin code will not have decimal value, correct? There won't be any decimal value in the pin code. It will be only straightforward. And what is the pin code? India pin code length, it's 6. So maximum is 18, 18 characters length. And no, if you have decimal, you have to put, let's say, for example, you have decimal, then 18 is the maximum. If you want 2 decimals, then you will select 2 here. And then here you have to reduce it to 16. So total 16 plus 2, 18 has to be there. It has to be 18. So in this case, now we don't have decimal. So I'll just put 18 here, the length. Okay. And know whether you need it required, unique, external, all this you can select. Otherwise, you can leave. So for now, let's leave pin code. Next. Next. Then save and new. Okay. And then what is the other field we need? We need branch. Right. So branches, either you can go with the text or you can go with the pick list. It's up to us. Okay. So if you want to go with the pick list, then you have to select, enter all the branches. If you want to go with the pick, text, you can enter manually. Okay, it's up to us. Let's say branches, I'll put text for now. You can, if you want, you can go with the pick list also. It's up to us. Branches. Length, let's say 20 characters. Next. Let's do one thing. We'll make branches mandatory. We'll make branches as required. Okay, we'll show how it looks. So required means it's mandatory on the layout. Next. Next. Save. Now I am done. What I did, I created an object, and in that object I created all the fields. See, branches, city, country, establishment date, pin code, state, street. So all these are, so you see __ C is there everywhere, correct? And then it shows the data type. What is the data type and what is the length you have given? So for branches, I have given 20. So city is a pick list. So it is showing pick list. Country is a text with 20 characters. Establishment date is a data type. Pin code is number. State is pick list. Street is text with 50 characters. Okay. So this is all done. Now, I have an object. I have fields. Now I need to see that object, right? And I need to create the data. Good that I have object and fields, but I need to create the data. So to create the data, what you need? So let's go to the application. Education management system. I'm going here. So I need here object to create the data, right? Just like I did here. So I need an object here to go and click new and see all the fields and enter the data and save, right? So I need an object. So object is there, but I don't have that object here, correct? School is there. School object is created, but it is not showing up here. So what should I do to show the object here? Okay, so basically we call this as object, this as object, and to create a data in that object, to create the data in the object, then we need tab for it. We call it as tab. All these are objects only. but we call these as lead tab, account tab, contact tab, TAB. Okay, these are all called tab. So how to create a tab? So I created an object, that is good. I have an object now, school, and I need to create a tab for this object. So how do I create a tab for this object is, so scroll down, again go to this create option, objects, right? And then there is an option called tab here. So why do I need a tab is, tab is to create a data. Tab is used to create the data. I'll just mention here, tab. Tab is nothing but object which is used to create data on that object. Okay, if you want to create data on that object, then you need a tab. Okay, so now go to this tab option under create, same setup, create tabs. Then, so there are different types of tabs here. Custom object tab. So we have custom object called school. Now we are going to create a tab for it. And then web tab. So if you want website kind of information, and in the website you need to create a tab, you'll go there. And Visualforce tab, Lightning tab, and Lightning page tab. So these are different tabs. We'll see when we get into these topics one by one. But for now, what tab I need to create? I need to create a custom object tab. Okay, so click new in this section, and then it will show you objects which are available to create a tab. Okay, so scroll here, see here, school object I have already created. So you'll creating a tab for it. Select school, and then here tab style, what style you want. Let's say here in lead, see this orange color is coming, right? Here orange, here orange, and then some logo here, like that. So if you go to account, so you'll see blue colors. Okay, all blue color will come, and a different logo will come. See, blue, 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 all blue will come like this. If you go to contact, a different color will come like this, brinjal. And if you go to opportunity, little darker. So like this, green. So like this, for each object, you have different color coding, different styles and different logos. Now for this object, school, so tab style is kind of, if you select, click on this one, it will show you all the styles. It will show you all the styles. So which style you want, which color you want, and this is the color and this is the logo, it will come up. Now school, which one is better, we can select accordingly. So see here, aeroplane symbol, boat symbol. Okay, so chalk board, CRT TV, like this flag, all this will be showing. So which one is relevant for this, we'll select that one. So if you go here, something called building or block, somewhere it will be there. Yeah, see here, building. So building means, so it will show like this school kind of building information and all. So you can select anything, it's up to you, whichever is feasible for you, you can select. I'm selecting building tab style, where it will show this color and this building logo will be shown. Leave this as is, it's not useful. Okay, then click on next. Leave this screen also as is, just click on next. We'll see all these later when we get into these topics. Okay, and then what this option saying is custom apps. So include tab. So this tab, whatever I'm creating, school tab, do I need to include in all the applications or just education management system application? Okay, so that is this section. For now, you can include as is for all, or you can remove here and include only in education management system, our application. It's up to us. Okay, I'll remove, I don't add this tab in all these applications. So I just add here. You can select all and you can leave it also. Then save. Now my tab is created. Now if I go here to education management system, I can see tab here, right? Earlier it was not there. After creating a tab, it came here. And the difference here is, see here, you have yes at the end. So when you create an object, what happens? You will give label and plural label. Both you will give, right? So when you go to create an object, you'll give school and the plural label as schools. So the plural label will come up here. Any object, if you take, right? So if you go to sale, so you'll see campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities, forecasts, okay, contacts. Actually, this is lead, but the plural label is leads. Okay, because you'll create multiple data into this, right? So that's where they make it as plural label. Okay, so this is your schools object. Now click on this one. Then see here, you can see the logo of the tab style and the color. See here, it is coming in this color, whatever building color we selected, that is coming. And then as usual, as you see lead, so similarly you'll see the data also. Now let me go to education management system. Okay, click new. Okay, so this is coming up, and then when you click on new, all the fields which you have created will come up here automatically. Okay, no need to worry or no need to do any other things. All the fields which you created, right, those are all automatically coming up here. And see the owner. Who is the owner of this record? So whoever is logged in, he will become the owner. Okay, and enter the data. So Basham, establishment date, let's say it is 1st Jan 2020. Okay, so here the problem is you need to enter the data again. Change the country, street address, NR colony. Okay, or you can give full address also, as we discussed, house number 1-2, NR colony, city. So I have given all cities, right? So this is the drop down, and it is alphabetical order: Anantapur, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kurnool, Mysore, Warangal. So whichever city you have, you'll select the city. State, which state it is? Andhra Pradesh. Country, India. Pin code 518002. Branches, so Kurnool, right? K1 branch. Okay, save. Now your record created. See, Basham school name is Basham, establishment date, street, city, state, okay, country, pin code, branches, done. Got it? So this is the data you are creating. School. Again, if you want to see, click on that school and you will see the data. Clear? So we have created a couple of fields on the school object. Got it, right? Now one object is done. So if you want any other field, you can always go back to this object and create the field. Okay, now you are done with the object, right? If you want to add one more field or do some changes to the fields. So again, go to setup, create object, go to this object, go to custom fields and section and create a new field. So it's up to you whenever you want to. Once you create an object, it is available for you to create fields anytime. Anytime you can go and create a field. Got it? So see, this is the owner of the field, who created it, who modified it. When it is created, 8:41 a.m. When it is modified, 8:41 a.m. And if you do some changes here, right? So let's say I want to make it as 3. Save. Then it will show you who modified and when. See, created is 8:41, right? Modified date is 8:43. Like this, it will show you the time also when it is got modified. Okay. So this is one object, school, and all the fields of the school. Got it? Any questions here before we move into next object? Anyone have any question?
No, sir.
No, all good. See, this is very important. This is basic. No, if you have any questions, any doubts, please ask me now. Okay, so that it is clear for you. We'll anyway go in other objects and create the data. But as of now, any questions? How to navigate? How to do it? Any questions on that? This one we'll see later. Okay, so these are the important other topics we'll see later, because we just started with object and fields, right? So that's where I'm not going to other topics. So we'll first focus on object, fields, and then we'll go into the other. Okay, I hope everyone is clear. Srihari, Naveen, Dawood, everyone are clear, right? Mansa, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, thank you. So this is one object. Now, what is the other object we thought? School is done. Let's create student object. Okay. Now guide me. Okay, what all fields need, what data types we need. Okay, I want everyone to be active. Okay, whatever you understand, tell me. Okay. Now, how to create another object? Let's create a tab here first. I'll create one tab. Student. Okay. Now, what fields we need? So, student will have name, right? And then basically, everyone will be having student number, right? Admission number, student number will be there. Correct. So that will put it in admission number. Now what we need? First name. Correct. Then last name. Then father name. Tell me. So what else we need? Date of birth. Gender.
Native place.
Native place.
Which class he wants to join.
Phone number. Email. And then class. Correct. So these are the minimum fields needed, and then address. Okay, these are the fields which are minimum needed, right, in the object. Now this, what is the type of this field? What type I need to select here? Text. Here?
Text.
Here also text. Here, date of birth.
Date.
Date field, right? Here, gender. What data type I need to select? Pick list. Native place. What data type I need to select? Text. Phone number. What data type?
Number.
Number. Okay. And Salesforce is providing a data type called phone also. Okay. So there is a data type called phone as well for phone. Okay. No need to select number. We can directly select phone. Okay. That's one. Then email. What data type we need to select? Email means what it will have? @gmail.com, for example. So what it has? It has text. It has special characters, right? It has dot and all. So what option we need to select here?
Text.
Text, right? But Salesforce is providing email data type also. No need to select text. You can directly select email. So what is the difference between the text and email? I'll show. And then class. So for now, we'll make it as text. Address again, as we have street, all those things, we can put it. Clear, right? So this is the schema of the object. These are the fields which I need. So let me go. So how do I create? Go to setup, right? Scroll down, come to create objects, new object, student, and then plural label becomes students. Okay. And then student name. You need a student name, or you can have number also. Okay. So student name, anyway, we have first name, last name, right? We can use that. Okay. So let's use that only. Student name we'll put. So instead of first name, last name, we'll say student name. Okay. So 1 second, mute all this. Okay. Now let me go into this object. Student name, I'll keep as is. I'll keep text as well, like that only. And then I'll click allow reports, allow activities, allow field history tracking, and scroll down. This section allows search. So all these things we did for school also. Now, if you see here, right now, let's discuss about this. Create object creation options available only when custom object is first created. Now, if you see here, add notes and attachments related list, leave this for now. We'll discuss in the next object. Now here, see, launch new custom tab wizard after saving this custom object. This option, if you see, it is saying launch new custom tab wizard after saving this custom object. So last time when I created a school, I didn't selected this option and then clicked on save, correct? And then I created all the fields. And after that, I went here, clicked here tab, and then tab style and all rest of the things I did, right? So now here what it is saying is you create an object and immediately go to this new custom tab wizard after saving this object. So that means it is saving our time a little bit. So instead of going again back to tab section, click on this and click new and then select style. Instead of that, we can directly select this option, launch new custom tab. So what it will do is when you click on save, it will directly go to the tab name and tab styling section. Okay, let's see. I selected this option, click on save. Then this object will get saved and automatically it will come here. See, tab style section, it came, right? Earlier, I clicked on tab, then clicked on new, then it came here. Now it's a kind of a shortcut where you can directly come to this section. Okay, so you have student already selected. Now you need to select the style. So student means people or no kind of people, right? Let's see what tab will be useful for it. Okay, people is there. There is no student option. Okay, so we'll select people. Okay, this will be in this color and the icon will be like this. Next. Next. So don't include save. Now student object and tab both. See here, you can see the object and tab also came up. Now in this tab, what will be there? Tell me. What all fields will be available on this object now?
Name.
Student name.
Exactly. Only field available will be student name. If you click on this one, right? One name will be there and the 3 other standard fields which are not editable, right? Owner, last modified, created by will be there. Let's say if I am the user, student, when I save it, I'll get it like this. Student name created by, last modified by, and owner. Okay, like this you'll see. Let me delete this record. Okay, so now there are no students in this object. Now what I need to do, I need to create fields in this object. So how do I create fields on this object? Tell me. Anyone? Setup. Create. Okay, lost power.